In Palworld, it won't be long before ingots become an essential crafting component. Made from smelting 2 ore in a furnace, ingots aren't necessarily complicated to make, but the amount you'll need as you get further into Palworld will eventually become overwhelming. That is, unless you follow what I've done here to make yourself a basic but effective ore farm, and in this video, I'll show you exactly what you need to make it happen. First off, this method will most likely need to wait until after your starting base has reached level 10. Once it has, you're free to build a second PAL box and establish a new base, and here is one of the best early places that you can do it. Just north of the desolate church is some rocky mountain terrain, and if you go to this exact spot on the map, you'll find a bunch of ore deposits in one spot. So you've found a great spot for mining ore, so let's grab the perfect PAL to mine it with. Very northwest of your newly established base is a desert area, and you'll know you're in the right place when you spot a level 47 Anubis. The desert's filled with level 18 pals named Digtoys. This is the key to the entire operation. Using megaspheres, weaken the Digtoys and capture at least 2 to bring back to camp with you. A word of caution though, you will be suffering from heat damage in the hot desert. The damage isn't brutal, so if you have enough health, you should be fine. But if you plan to spend more than a few minutes out here, it might be best to craft some heat-resistant gear. Finally, the last thing we need to craft is Digtoys' headband, found in the level 19 row of your technology panel. Craft this to unlock Digtoys' partner skill, and then you're finally ready to build up the ore farm at the new base. What you choose to build here will more or less be dependent on how efficient you want the farm to be. For me, I'm still relatively early in the game, so I didn't feel like I needed the most lavish base in the world. I set up 2 to 3 furnaces to smelt the ingots, a storage container to hold the ingots and ore, 8 or so beds so the pals can sleep at night, a hot tub to keep their sanity in check, 2 campfires for cooking, and feed boxes to keep them fed. That's about as basic as you can get for setting up a pretty efficient farm. For the pals, it's also really simple. We'll start with Digtoys. The Digtoys assigned to the base will do the assignment given, which is to spin and destroy ore. That's about as autonomous as it gets. If you need some ore quick, add a Digtoys to your party and use its Drill Crusher partner skill. This move will absolutely melt ore deposits. Once you're in the rhythm of seeing how the Digtoys runs, fill the base with the essential pals you'll need to complete the process, including lambs to gather the ore and place it in your storage container, and ruby or foxbar to smelt the ore in the furnace and cook the food. If you want to take it a step further, you could switch out the lambs for tombats, as they can gather twice as much as a lamb. Just remember though, you are at the mercy of the ore deposit spawn timers, so while it's not a bad thing to fine-tune your base to maximize speed and efficiency, just know that you'll soon run out of ore deposits and that steady flow will halt until they respawn. Unfortunately, full autonomy is impossible since you as the player will need to do some of the tasks still. You'll still need to move the ore from the storage container to the furnaces, but soon you'll have so much ore that these furnaces will be filled to the brim and you'll have a steady flow of ingots always being smelted. The last thing you'll need to do is get your ingots back to the main base so you can use them. It's easy, just set your storage box near the PAL box, pick up as many ingots as you can carry, fast travel back to your main base and drop them off at a storage box nearby. And that's it! While not fully autonomous, this is an excellent way for you to rake in a ton of ore and make ingots incredibly fast. While there is some prep time involved, I promise that you'll be raking in tons of ore and ingots in no time. For more on Palworld, make sure to check out our videos on how to level up very quickly, how to fuse and sell pals, and how to find ancient civilization parts. And of course, head on over to IGN.com to check out our growing Palworld wiki, complete with an interactive map. And for much more on Palworld, stick with IGN.